Although not specifically known for its drawing tools, you can actually insert quite a number of shapes into Word to help improve the appearance of a document. So if we take a blank document and let's just change its layout to a landscape so we can see more of the width, and then we want to look at inserting a shape. Well, the logic says that's on the Insert ribbon, so we go to Insert. Shapes is part of the Illustrations group, and when you click the little drop-down arrow, you will be presented with quite a series of shapes that are broken into categories. So we have recently used shapes, so those are shapes that I've used previously. Lines, rectangles, basic shapes, block arrows, equation shapes, flowcharts, stars and banners, and callouts. Now to insert a shape, whichever one of these categories it falls into, because each of the categories will have slightly different attributes, the logic is the same. We simply select the shape. So let's go for a boring rectangle. Your cursor is now a rectangle drawer, and you can see that it has a crosshair rather than a selection arrow. And we simply click the top left and drag until we have the rectangle that we wish. Now you can come back in to make it smaller, you can go up to make it narrower, you can go left to make it not so wide. So we can go any rectangular shape we'd like until we let go of the mouse. When we let go of the mouse, we have a rectangle. Then with the rectangle selected, we have the Drawing Tools Format ribbon that pops up, ready for us to do any further formatting, which we'll look at shortly. So if I click away, that ribbon disappears, and I can go back to Insert and choose a different shape. Now if we choose a slightly different shape here, a heart for example, works the same, click and drag, but if you hold down the Shift key, and this works with any of the shapes, the shape will stay symmetrical. So if I now try and drag, I can't reduce or increase the height or the width out of proportion with the Shift key held down. That is, if I let go of the Shift key, I can make it a silly shape heart. Go back to holding the Shift key down and it stays in proportion. So regardless of how small or large I want that heart, it will be perfectly formed. I'm going to let go of the mouse, it creates a heart. And again, the Context ribbon Drawing Tools pops up. So let's click away, go back to Insert and Shapes. Now there are lots of pre-built shapes in here. Some have slightly different attributes, such as the smiley face. If I choose the smiley face, again it works the same to start with. Click and hold to drag out a smiley face. Hold down the Shift key to keep it a perfect circle. Let go of the mouse to create. Now the smiley face has a little yellow square on it, and what that will allow me to do is actually adjust the smile to a sad face. Now you'll find lots of these shapes have little yellow diamonds on them, little yellow squares, depending on where they are within the shape, and they allow you to make minor adjustments to part of the shape. In this case, the smile. Perhaps not to make him so sad, but let's make him not so happy. And when you click away, you can see the smile is adjusted from the default big smile. So all these shapes are Insert, Shapes, and then choose a shape, regardless of whether it's a full shape or even a line here. Double-headed arrow, one click, click and drag, and your double-headed arrow line appears. Now, when we did the Shift key with a shape, it made it symmetrical. When you hold the Shift key with a line, it makes it stop at 45 and 90 degrees. So you can see I can't make it go in between there or there. It's either 45 degrees or 0, or round to 90, or again, if I go round again, it goes to the next 45 and all the way around. Without the Shift key, I can put it any angle I like. And when I let go, it creates me a line. Again, the Properties toolbar appears effectively up here, the Drawing Tools format, to allow me to make adjustments to the properties of that particular line. Now, some of the other shapes, if we go back to Insert Shapes, allow you to type in them immediately, such as the callouts. If I choose one of the callouts, I click and drag. Now, it already has a cursor flashing inside for me to type some text. Hello world. And this particular callout has a little yellow square that allows me to adjust the pointer of the callout. So I can point it at somebody's head or part of text that it refers to. So those are callouts, and there's a number of those. So it's Insert, Shapes, and different callout shapes. All the callout shapes have inbuilt text boxes with them so that you can already type text into them. There's a series of stars and banners. For example, that one there. Click and drag. will create me a banner. This has two yellow little rectangles, one for adjusting the overflap of the banner and one for adjusting the difference between that part of the banner and the middle part of the banner. Notice that both sides stay symmetrical. There isn't another yellow square over this side. So that adjusts really how big the banner section is, and this adjusts how much of the little overlap you see. So that's inserting a shape. Insert, shapes, make your choice, click, drag out, let go of the mouse to complete the shape. Don't forget that if you involve the Shift key in the dragging out process, your shape will stay symmetrical, or if it's a line, it will only allow you to drop the line at those 45-degree angle stops.